Hey y'all, welcome to Game Day with Heavy Cardboard, where we teach, play, and discuss medium and heavy strategy board games, war games, 18xx, and tonight we have a special one. We have a card game that actually just dropped onto Kickstarter a day ahead of what we thought it was going to, and this is Warriors of Jogu Faint, designed by a friend of the show, Tony Chen, and published by his company, Monsoon Publishing. This is not a sponsored playthrough. We actually got a review copy, or I guess a prototype.
Yeah, it's prototype.
Just a real nice prototype from him at Essen, and
Tony.
just thought, oh, and Tony's here. All right, we figure, you know what? It's a pretty cool little two-player card game, and this will continue the grudge match between myself and Amanda. It's on. It's so on
Like
tonight.
Donkey Kong. I'm going to lose. Yeah.
So welcome everybody joining us live around the world as well as after the fact. Should be a pretty quick stream tonight, but it should be a good time. So that said, you ready to get into it? Let's just go
Start
ahead and
teaching.
teach us. All right, cool. All right, here we go. All right, so Warriors of Jogu is a two-player card game in which we have the two different factions are going to be battling over the course of over 6 different areas. The goal of the game is to win the most battles or reduce your opponent's morale all the way down to 0. So the game normally will take place through no more than 7 rounds of card play. So each round is broken down into 5 different phases. First off, we have a reinforcement phase. So the reinforcement phase is any cards that are left in your hand, you decide whether or not to discard them, and then draw back up to 7. Pretty simple. Then the second phase is going to be the scout phase. So each of us has a deck of scout cards here. These are the actual battle locations, which range from 2 to 6, and there's 2 copies of each one in this. Oh, I guess I should point out that this is prototype components, really nice cards and everything, but it still might change during the course of the Kickstarter. All right, so that's out of the way. So secretly, we're each going to reveal one of these to y'all, and secretly I will know this. So for instance, we know that I'm going to be battling in area, or one of the battle places is going to be area 4.
And one of them will be 5.
So what's going to happen at that point is we're going to start the deployment phase, all right? So we're going to be taking turns, starting with whoever is the first player, which this is the first player token. For us, we're going to use Davis. When he's on my side on the left here, I'll be the first player, and it alternates each round. So we're going to take turns playing one card, doing the action on the card potentially, and playing it to one of the 5 locations out here on the board. There's going to be bluffs, there's going to be feints, there's going to be all of those things. And each of the cards that we have in our decks, they're very asymmetric decks that we're going to be playing, have certain different little rule breakers. The important things to know is each battle area between both sides, the maximum value of the combatants, the strength value, can be a total of 10. So for instance, if I were to play this Trajan bit here, that's 2 of the available 10 that can be combined between the 2 sides. If Amanda plays that, we're now at 6, so on and so forth. There are certain decks in the game that have value 0 cards, and if that were to be the case, you are allowed to play a value 0 card if everything is at 10. However, my deck tonight, you guys are going to see, is going to allow me to break the rule of the 10 to where when I place something, the max when I place that is 10, but it may bring some friends along to where that can be a rule breaker in and of itself. So we're going to take turns playing one card, then one card, so on and so forth, or passing. Once you pass, you're out. for the round, and that's all the cards that you're going to be able to play. After that, we're going to go into the resolution phase, which at that point we're going to reveal, hey, what 2 areas are we going to be battling in? We're going to be battling in 4 and in 5. So what that means is anything played in areas 2, 3, and 6 will not count for the resolution. And what's going to happen is we're going to add up the total value. There we go. Let's say we have, it ends up something along the lines of this. So we resolve one battle area or at a time. So you take the area number, which in this case is 4, times 5 total value here of my minions, of my combatants. So that's going to be a total of 20 in 4. And then in 5, I have 2 times 5, that's 10. So I have 20 plus 10. My total strength is 30. And Amanda's would be 12 here and 30 for a total of 42. Amanda would win the battle. So at that case, what would happen? Notice that Amanda's deck is the A deck, my deck is the B deck here. So she would put down one of her A markers for the first round. And then comes the punishing part and my favorite aspect of this game, which is at that point, every card that is played on the losing side now has to lose morale. And the morale is going to be the number of diamonds on each card. So in this case, I would lose 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 morale of my 23, dropping me to 15. If at any point either of us reaches 0 morale, you automatically lose. Congratulations to the other player. Or if we go 7 rounds, or if we have a rule breaker between our decks, which will change how many rounds we're going to be playing, once this marker matches up to that marker, that's the end of the game. Who's won the most battles? If still tied, whoever won the most recent battle wins the game. If we are tied in value and score for an individual battle, the tie goes to whoever has Davis, whoever's the start player. Then after that, after we resolve all this, there's going to be a cleanup phase, and the cleanup phase is as simple as these are all going to be gathered up. They're going to go into your discard pile, move the current round marker just as I did, begin a new round. It's important to note that there are certain special abilities of these cards, so let's go ahead and show some of these cards. So there are 5 decks that come in the game. There may be more coming in the Kickstarter, I'm not sure, but as it is, we have a total of 5 different factions that are in here. The 2 that are going to be in play are going to be the Guardian of Keon and the Gang of Meebits, so I'm going to be playing the Mice folk. Amanda's going to be the Guardians. These just show the other 3 decks that are here. Each deck has a total of 40 cards in it. In addition to that, if you ever run out of discards or run out of a draw deck, you never redraw, meaning you don't reshuffle. So be careful with your draw deck. All right, so all of these, there are a few different definitions or a few different special abilities that you're going to notice on some of these cards into different symbols. So let's go through what they are. So if you see an arrow pointing to the right, that's showing how a card can be played. So for instance, your opponent here chooses which location this faction card is played to. Pretty straightforward, okay? Whereas the support tower says playable only to a location with more engineers and towers. So it's a restrictive thing on where you can place your cards. So that's an arrow to the right. An arrow facing down is when the ability is triggered. Excuse me. It's triggered the moment the faction card comes into play. So for instance, discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's faction draw pile as soon as you put it into play. Okay, pretty simple on that. Any questions there?
Nope.
All right. Then we have the hourglass. So the hourglass down here says this is a conditional effect, meaning something will trigger it. So if your opponent plays a faction card to this location, move the scrambler to another location. Okay, pretty simple. Then there's the sword icon, and the sword icon says that this ability is triggered during the resolution phase, meaning when we're actually, both of us have passed, and we're going to resolve and see who wins the battle. So wherever the Punisher is not a battle location. So it can negate one of our location cards potentially. And last but not least, there's a shield that shows it's protected, which means it's immune to effects, both positive and negative, from other faction cards. However, this doesn't affect the abilities that draw and play cards. This does also come into play when a card is in your discard pile, so just be aware of that. So those are the different rule breakers or rules for the special abilities, and that's pretty much it. So the only thing left now is I want to go over what the different faction cards that are going to be in play are tonight so you guys can see them. So let's go ahead and show you guys. So for Amanda's Guards of Keon, here are the 6 different types of cards that are going to be in her deck. All right, so we have the Explorer, has a strength value of 1, and then whenever it's played, look at the top card of her location draw pile. So she's always going to know where the next battle is going to take place when she plays an Explorer. Then there's the Guardian Angel, 2 strength value, and place 1 stay token on this card. So during the resolution phase, any stay tokens get removed and the card stays there for the next round. So that's kind of cool, right? Then there's the Dragoon, which says the location is a battle location. So wherever Amanda plays these, it's possible that there are more than 2 battle locations in a certain battle. Not just our location cards here, but also wherever she plays Dragoons. On the flip side of that, wherever she plays Punishers, the location is not a battle location. Pretty simple. The Patriot, strength of 4, says reveal your current location card. So be careful with that one if you're Amanda. And last but not least, she has the Knight. This faction card is playable only to a specific location. And these are going to range, I think, 2 to 4.
I think so, but it's on, no, there's a 5, and it's on the card.
Okay, there we go. And it's also protected, meaning once it's played, it's pretty much staying there. So those are the 6 cards that Amanda's going to have in her deck. And then for my deck, here we go. You'll notice that there are different values, very asymmetric as far as the types of cards that are in this game in a given deck. So you'll notice first off that Amanda had 6 different types of cards. I'm only going to have 5 in mine, all right? So first off, we have the Scrambler that says if your opponent plays a faction card to this location, I move the Scrambler. Okay. He scrambles.
Who does?
The Trojan bit, nice little bunny rabbit here, says move one of your faction cards in play to the bottom of your faction draw pile and then draw a card, and it's protected, meaning I cannot move that. The Medic, also protected, says place up to 3 of my faction cards from the faction discard pile at the bottom, and then place it from my discard into the bottom of my draw pile. The Good for Something only is a value 1, but hey, draw a faction card, then play a faction card. Nice. And the key card in my deck is going to be this Gangan bit. Move all gang faction cards, meaning mine, at other locations to this location. So everybody, gang on, gang pile.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the card that lets him have more than 10 points.
Correct. And however, the protected cards here do not move. Okay?
Right.
So that's it. That's pretty much the game. All right? So cool. So I will go ahead and shuffle up our respective decks. We will get everything out of the way, and I'll bring up the chat and everything. If you guys have any questions about the rules or anything, now would be a good time to talk. Welcome back, you. All right. So the other 3 decks, I guess I should mention, are the Society of the Engineers, the Tribe Wu, and the League of the Agents. All right. which we actually have played with all 5 of them now. But we thought these are kind of our favorites. I would say kind of.
That's definitely your favorite. I
Yes.
think my favorite is the Secret Agent one.
Okay,
but
all right.
I like
Cool.
this one too.
So place your bets now, y'all. So remember, it's the first one to win the most when that meets that, or the first player to lose all the morale loses. All right, so I'm shuffled up.
Thanks, guys, but you're putting your money on the wrong horse.
Yeah, hashtag bad teacher. Amanda has no chance tonight.
I'm
just so
terrible
y'all
at card
know.
games, against him especially.
So, Amanda, cut. And cut. All right. And then A or B will be the first player.
B.
B it is. All right, so that means I am going to be the first player. Davis is home where he belongs. And so we start out drawing 7 cards, because obviously we have no cards in which to discard. So, 1, 2, 3. And now, actually, don't look, Amanda. So I'm going to reveal my location. Okay, so that's where I know we will be fighting, and Amanda will do the same, and I won't look. You can look at the screen, remember.
I'm bad at this. Okay.
All right, cool. So you guys know both the locations, all right? So I begin. So my hand. Yeah, you know what? Don't look, Amanda. Here, so you guys can see my hand that I drew. Okay? Okay. All right. So we will go ahead and play a scrambler. Says if you play something here, he bugs out. He goes somewhere else.
He
Or
runs
mouse
away.
And maybe it's me, but he looks like a mouse, Big Daddy. So it's a big mouser,
Big mouser.
right?
I agree with that.
Okay.
All right. Scramble, you scrambler.
All right.
Playing a guardian angel and placing a stay token, so she will remain there after this round.
Okay. So now you know what? We'll go to 5. Okay. And remember, you can always pass at any point, because if you're the losing side, each of these morale diamonds that's down here, you're going to lose 1. So, good for something. Draw a faction card. So, that's what we drew. And I will I'll go ahead and play a Trojan bit, and I'm going to move one of my faction cards that's in play into the bottom of my draw pile, and then draw a card. So I will actually go ahead and I can choose either of these, because neither of them are protected.
Right.
So that'll go into my bottom of my draw pile.
And that's a
And I
good
will
way.
draw another card.
That's a good way for you to not have to worry about not being able to
Exactly.
shuffle
yeah.
your cards.
Exactly. Yeah, you and me both, Adam. That would be a lot of fun. That would be cool. I've yet to do that on.
Yeah, we
while
haven't gotten to
live.
do it yet.
I know, right?
I will play Explorer, and I will look at the top card of my location draw pile.
And you can show that to the folks at home so they know. I won't look. So you guys know Amanda's next battle location. I'll play another good for something and draw and play. And I've yet to master a good way to use the scrambler so far. I'll play another good for something. So that's a total of 5 in this location. And then I'm going to play a scrambler over here in 3. He bugs out, remember? Or mouses out, as it were. Oh, there's definitely room for some expansion decks, I have no doubt. But yeah, I don't know if there is, so hopefully Tony can chime in. Yes? Little Earl Grey this evening?
This is hard. Okay. Blurg.
Draw better, obviously.
Obviously.
Oh, that's fortuitous timing there, Adam. You're right. Good stuff.
Okay. Location
Exactly,
2
Matthew.
is a battle location.
Location 2?
But I can play it wherever.
Okay.
3.
Well,
He needs to bug out.
he does. So you know what? Since location 2 is going to be a battle location, I will go there. And then I'll go ahead and play a Gangan bit, which means everybody that isn't protected goes there. So all of these guys. So now that's a total of 6 in area 2. So Amanda's max that she can play over there is a 4 as of right now. Okay, all right. And Tony says they have 10 more factions.
That's
in
a lot.
But they're not going to be for the Kickstarter, which is interesting. All right, cool. And Tony, feel free to chime in on how best I can play the
No,
the scrambler.
don't.
Yeah,
No.
you can.
No. You can email him later. No need right now. Man,
You can always pass and just
I
punt.
know.
But you want to give up on a round. I mean, if you're going to be a quitter.
Don't trash talk. Doesn't work.
Oh, Gangan only pulls Gangan. Oh. Well, hold on one second then.
Oh, and you've been playing that wrong the
I
whole
have.
time.
So the scrambler, I think, was there. So, okay, in hindsight, wouldn't have played that then. Go ahead. All right,
Whoop.
no worries. That's why it's always nice to have the designer.
It always never really hurts, actually.
Right? All right, got it. Well, that changes things.
Yeah, a lot,
makes it a lot
actually.
harder.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, cool. Please do, Tony. That'd be great.
Reveal my current location card.
Oh, I'm guessing it's 6.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, right. So Amanda's is 6. 2 is going to be 1. And remember, they're cumulative. And that is mine. So we have a total of 7, 8, 9. Actually, how many cards do you have left, Amanda? 3? I'll go ahead and play a medic there. So he's protected and place up to 3 of my faction cards from my discard into my draw, but I have no discard, so moving on. Go ahead.
I will pass.
Okay, good. So Amanda right now is punting on 2 and maybe on 5. And also, so on 6, she has a total of 7, which is going to be 42 strength. I currently have 18, and then 6 more is 24. So I'm going to play a Gangan bit, which pulls all other Gangan bits over to it. That'll do, pig. I too shall pass. So that ends the deployment phase, and we go into the resolution phase. So we flip these over. You guys knew. I had 5 and 6, or 5 and 6 respectively, as well as 2. So Amanda, we already covered. She has 42 points. This doesn't count
Correct.
for her strength. So she has 42.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have 18 and 25, which is 43, 44, 45. Victory goes to Edward. So now, Amanda now has to count up her morale loss.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Because they all have individual diamonds. So
She stays.
this drops 4 down to 19. I'm still at 23. She stayed because she had one of the stay tokens. I go ahead, take all of mine into my discard pile there. And now we go into the second round. So now we have a decision to make. Do we want to keep any of the cards that are left in our hand?
Yes.
I will keep both of mine as well. So I'm only drawing 5. Okay, so now don't look. That's my area. Okay. They already knew that.
I know. I'm showing them again.
Throw it on the 6.
In case
There
they
you go.
forgot.
All right, cool.
All right, now it's me, right?
Yes, and Davis moves over to your side.
So where it rightly belongs.
Ooh.
All right, I'm going to explore.
Go ahead and show folks.
Okay.
So I know Amanda's already got a 6 out, but she keeps putting people here. That there are 2 in each deck of each location. So, you know, why not? Let's just go ahead and jump in here with the medic. So now I get to place 3 of my faction cards at the bottom of my deck. However, I cannot do the Trojan bit, and I cannot do medics. So
Because why?
Because they're protected. So for me, I'm actually going to do 2 Gangan bits and a good for something. It's going to go, yeah, we'll go there. Done. All right. So, pretty simple game as far as rules go. Hopefully it's making sense to you all at home.
2 for a guardian angel with a stay token.
Okay. Scrambler in the 1 or in 5. Yeah, the artwork. And before we're all said and done, we'll go through the different decks and show the different artwork as well. Definitely they all have very much a different feel, kind of, to both the play style as well as just the general art of it. Even though you can see it's consistent art all the way through. You're struggling over there, huh?
I didn't get a good draw at all.
Well, that makes you.
Yeah, great. Fantastic. Okay.
Well, okay. So, what does that mean?
The location is not a battle location. So you can't do anything with this will not, if either one of us have a 6, it will not be resolved.
Okay. But that also means that all those, with all that morale on it, are dead weight.
Correct.
Okay. Another scrambler. Done.
Dragoon, battle 2, area 2 is a battle location.
Alrighty. I'll play a good for something, because they're
Good for
for
something.
something. I'll play a good for something, because they're good for something. Mm. I have to play something out there.
Another scrambler?
Yep.
How many cards do you have?
I have a total of 3 cards, ma'am.
Okay.
Even the artwork on the back of it, I like this. It's mice and bunnies on the back of it. Here, I'll show you guys here. I dig that.
And pass.
All right, so that means Amanda's probably a 2 over there in hers. Interesting that you passed. Yeah, I see no reason not to. So I'll play a Gangnam bit, which puts me at, that's 4 and 4, so that's a total of 8. I have no other Gangnam bits. So I will play a Scrambler. Done. I pass, leaving that card. I'm 6, so that got negated. Oh, sneaky. Oh, well done. Wow, that was dirty, dude. Wow.
Thanks.
Oh, good job.
Hey, wait, no. Turkey.
All right. So, wow, she got me to play extra cards. That's dirty. So we tied because 6 and 6 are both out. So therefore, wait, no, it's not. Battle location 2 is, so no, never mind.
Ah!
That's right. So I did play it right.
Dang
Okay,
it!
never mind. So
Mah!
6 is negated for both of us. However, because she played her Dragoon there,
Damn
did you
it.
forget?
Yes.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a total of 10, and 4 times 2 is 8. Oops.
Well,
Well, I
4,
thought it had
5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not losing as much morale as I did last night.
Down to 11.
I was at 0 in like 2 minutes last night.
been. So, all
Okay.
these guys go back. Oh.
Don't. Yeah,
Yep,
exactly,
totally
Adam.
Because of her Dragoon.
Okay, I'm gonna
you need to
discard
be aware of your
those.
Dragoons. So I'm going to keep that one.
5, 6, 7.
Okay, new round, don't look. Okay.
Here.
Go ahead. All right.
Excuse me.
All right. Play a scrambler to start. I thought that was a really clever move. In hindsight, oops.
I don't want to talk about it.
Toe pick.
I don't want to talk about it, Mr. Broken Ribs.
So,
That's not a battle location.
okay. So, doesn't matter what either of us have.
You move.
Oh, right. Okay, fine. We'll go there. Um, I'll play my medic over here, which means 3 of my discards. 1. It's going to be those 3 that go back into the bottom of my deck. Done.
Explorer.
Oh, go ahead. Okay. Play good for something. And I'll play a Trojan bit, which means one of these goes to the bottom of my draw deck. That's in play. Done. It's actually, it should be in the show notes down below in the more information also, Portos.
Let's do another guardian angel.
Play good for something. And I'll play a Trojan bit, which moves one of my cards in play, so it's going to be the good for something. Goes into my draw deck. Done.
Another guardian angel.
All right, so that's 10 at that area. I'll play another Trojan bit. The good for something will go.
Pass.
I too shall pass.
He says draw a card for the Trojan bit.
Oh, right. Good call. Thank you. I'm still passing. Done. All right. So add up yours total.
2, 4, 6, 7 times 2 is 14.
And 6 times 4 is 24.
Math and cards does not equal good for Amanda. All right, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Down to a lot, or down to 3.
Okay, these two stay here because of their stay tokens.
And I'm going to discard a scrambler. I'm going to keep these 2. Draw 5 more.
Cool.
And locations. Don't look. That's mine. Amanda?
Okay.
Okay. You're up. Hold on, don't look real quick. Oops. Let's try that again. There we go. This is going to be a fun one. Okay.
Well, let's.
Exactly, Paul.
Yep.
Exactly that. Yep.
Explorer.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Play the medic. 3 from my discard. Good for something, and 2 scramblers. Done. Oh my. Well, I can play a 1 there. All right, so I will go there. Gang and bit, move everybody. Well, there, he's the only one.
There can be only one.
Yep. What is that?
Place a stay token.
All right. Oh, Guardian Angel. All right. All right. Now I'm play Gang and Bit, so it moves all other Gang and Bits. Yes. What is that?
Reveal.
Oh, reveal it. Okay. I'll play a Gangan bit, so all other Gangan bits move.
Pass.
Game over. Gangan bit there. Moves all other Gangan bits. I pass.
Wow, I'm horrible at these games.
You are not good at this.
Well, I'm not good at these types of games anyway.
So here, we'll finish it though. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 times 3 is 27.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda has 9 times 2 is 18. The reason it's game over isn't because I've won 4 of those.
It's because I
Now has
lose
to lose her
1,
morale.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 morale, and I'm at 3.
And-
Yeah, Adam, I have 2 songs stuck in my head. I have Gangnam Style
Right.
and Blaze of Glory.
All right, so that's ball game. So Amanda is not real good at this,
No.
but do you enjoy it?
Yes.
Okay, so before we go into some discussion about this real quick, y'all, what I want to do is I want to go over the decks here. Okay, so here. So this is the Society of Engineers, and actually I will, how many are there? There are a total of 6 different, all right? There we go. There, and the big one. There we go. So those are the 6 cards that are in the engineers, the Society of Engineers. All right. So these towers can break the rule as far as the 10, kind of like what the Gangan bits
Right.
were able to do there. And the catch, though, is there has to be more engineers in play before you can put bomb towers. And the catch there is you'll notice the total capacity of a location can be 4 for any of those. That includes both sides. So you got to get these guys out early to then be able to get these guys out.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. So that's the society, and that's the back of the card. So that's the Society of Engineer, plural.
I agree, Adam. Thank you. He's a faction of elephants. Oh yeah.
Yes. Tony, take note. All right. So the next one we'll talk about is the Wu-Tang Clan. No, it's Tribe Wu. All right. So these, let me.
Yeah, I'm sad that the cranberries are in your head today, Rob. It's a very sad day.
There we go. All right. So Master of Fire, Master of Wind, Master of Earth.
Which his earrings are awesome.
They are pretty good. And there's only a total of 5 different cards in this one. And the big one. This is the biggest card in the game, at least of the 5 decks that we have. So you'll notice Master of Earth here. So you gain morale per capacity at this location. So if this can be the only one played, you're going to gain 8 morale. So these are kind of the healing deck
Yeah.
here. Playable only to empty locations, including both sides. You lose morale, so the antithesis of the others. The Conjurer, choose a faction card from your faction discard pile and play it, which is nice. And then the Storm Prodigy, that your opponent gets to choose where to put this one, but you can effectively eliminate wherever they put this, where that is.
But
and
look
it's
how much
protected.
morale.
And it's 5 morale. All right? Cool? All right. So last but not least, we have the League of Agents.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, so all of the cards on the League of Agents, you'll notice, have a 3 on the back of them. And the reason that is there are 5 types in this one. Let me see, what else?
That's it, I think. So
Yeah, there we
these
go.
are all like spies. So the covert senior agent, the covert junior agent, and the smoke and screen, you play face down.
Right, so all 3 of these, let's do it this way. All 3 of these here, it actually says you play this face down. So it's going to be a value of 3.
For being out on the board.
Right, but you don't know, is it a smoke screen or is it a junior agent
Right.
or a
Is it
covert
senior?
agent? So, yeah. And randomly discard a faction card from your opponent's hand and discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's faction draw pile, so powers through their deck quicker. So, yeah, there you go. Those are the 5 factions and all the cards of said factions.
Yep.
All right. So, even though you're terrible at the game,
Correct.
okay,
Yes.
you enjoy it.
I do. I enjoy the hope that is there that I might win a hand. But I like the way that the cards interact with each other. I like that if I were to play the Mousies, it would probably play completely differently than when you do, and vice versa with any of them. The different ways that the cards play against each other with the different decks, and you've got, I mean, this isn't just one game. You've got like many games here. You've got each individual deck against each other, and it's just.
And it's a super fast game.
Yeah,
Well,
you can play.
Well, it shouldn't have been that fast. Let's be clear, but the nice thing about this is thinky filler.
Yeah.
Good little 2-card player.
Definitely.
2-player card game for while you're waiting for a game to finish at your game day, or to start up, or to wind down at the end.
That's perfect.
And it's almost small enough to be able to play on a
Like a
airplane,
coffee table?
or on an airplane tray
Yeah,
table.
absolutely.
You could just do it without the board
Yeah.
on it and stuff. So yeah, there you go.
Oh,
All
hey,
right.
Ian.
Hey,
You
welcome.
missed me
Hey,
losing.
Hey, Cormac. All right.
And you too, Cormac.
So cool. All right. So yeah. So check it out. That's Warriors of Jogu Faint. Currently on Kickstarter, and like I said, it's not a sponsored playthrough. Tony gave us a copy of this. It sounded pretty cool. We tried it. We enjoyed it. We wanted to show it and help support a friend. So check it out. All right. Cool. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Even those that came late, we appreciate it.
Yes.
It's quick enough. You guys can go back and go watch it.
Yeah.
If you liked it, like and subscribe. And thanks to the 628 patrons that we have that help make all of this possible. So, and thanks to Tony over at Monsoon Publishing for the prototype. Eventually, we will get a published version, although I'll be honest,
I
pretty
honestly
good.
thought it was. That
Yeah,
should
it's
tell
pretty
you how good
So,
it is, yeah.
Cool. All right. Thanks, everybody. We will be back on Wednesday. So have a good evening. Take care, everybody.
Bye, y'all.